Alright, what's up guys? It's Andy and Alex. We're right outside of Coney Power Sports. We got our trailer. We're here to pick up our new 2021 Can-am Maverick XRS. The last time we were here for our 2021 dirt bikes. Now we're gonna pick up our Maverick. We're right outside of Coney Power Sports. There it is. Dude wants to say what's up. This is our new toy. Have a look at it. What do you guys think about it? I have that exact bike.
Hey, have you heard the new cars and the blow-off valves in them?
He just wanted to test drive it. I'm just waiting on them to finish up the deal.
Up there on the dash and then on the back for any accessories you want. On the right side of the car, there's really not much as far as stuff to deal with. But left side right here. So you air filter. Okay. You have a twin air filter. So there's an inside, outside. One goes to the belt, one goes to the engine. So the one that's straight through is going to be the engine one because that goes into an air filter. This is a particle separator to keep stuff out of the belt for keeping it cool.
I'm gonna bring it and get the that aftermarket one.
Yeah, very much worth it. Yeah, Coolant Reservoir, you're breaking it in. It may suck a little bit of coolant. Should never consecutively keep drinking the coolant though. If you ever need to add any oil, this is one of the trickier things. But you see that little yellow?
Yeah, I see it.
That's the oil dipstick and fill. So it's a little gnarly. But what I recommend is getting a rubber hose with a funnel, feeding it down and going that way.
You have to.
If the belt were to snap, you can take the hose clamp off, all the 8mm, and then that round tool I was telling you about goes right here in the center. You screw that in until it bottoms out, you grab the other one, push it in, it'll flare the belt. Check all the hoses and make sure there's no belt residue from the broken one. And then you're gonna wrap the belt around the front, wrap it around the back, pull the pin out, it'll pinch the belt again, pull your tool out, cover back on, down the road you go. Air filters right here. It's just quick clips. You're gonna put the S&B on it. There's really no reason to take it off during the day or anything like that. Shocks are adjustable 25 ways, high speed, low speed, and a rebound adjustment. The shocks can get really tedious as far as setup. Drive it how it is. You probably won't need to do much to it. If you want to start getting into the suspension part of it, there's a place called shock therapy, and they go through them and revalve them and kind of dampen them the way you like to drive.
That shock therapy place, they'll use your original setup?
They use this setup. They change the spring, and then they also change the valving. So these are set up really stiff, and then the shock itself, the shock body is very good quality. The springs are Chinese steel. It's cost, right? You drive these for a year like that, they start sagging. You drive this car for one day, take that spring off, put on an iBox spring, instant night and day difference. So it is a quality spring. Will make the car run better. Obviously you got O-crap handles in the back on the doors, and then in the center, seat belts. Obviously make sure everybody's seat belts clipped in. Foot pads behind the passenger seat here. You've got all the computer stuff. Really no reason to do anything there. Obviously everything's water resistant. It's not waterproof. You can go through the water. Don't park it in the water. If when you're trying to adjust the seat that doesn't move, you kind of got to go back then forward to move it, because it kind of lodges itself in there. So the interesting part of the car. So you don't have to have your foot on the brake or anything for the starting of the car. But when you start it, it says performance key. So it's just telling you what key's in this mode. On here, you've got your gas, your temperature of your car, what gear you're in, what drive mode you're in, mile an hour, and RPM. So on this little arrow right here, there's drive mode. If you listen, see how I got quieter? That's the difference between sport mode and eco mode. So eco mode doesn't turn this into a Toyota Prius by any means. You're not going to get better gas mileage, but what it does, if you're trying to get up something really technical, it doesn't give you that hard surge of power. It's just a really mellow acceleration. You want to go rip it down the sand, put it in sport mode, let it go. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, locking diffs, trail active. You can drive this in two-wheel drive, but I don't recommend it. It's a wild animal. Trail and trail active is going to be like an all-wheel drive system. So the trail is going to be more of a lower speed all-wheel drive system. Trail active is going to be like fast, high-speed pacing stuff, and it's just engaging the differential differently. You can drive it in either one however you want. You can switch it on the fly, does not matter. If you push and hold this one, you hear the click, now the front diff's locked. So that's where it's harder to turn. It's really low speed kind of driving. Trail active is more high speed driving. Remember, anything under 25 miles an hour, keep the car in low gear. Anything above that, high gear. You're gonna leave camp and you're cruising slow for a second, and then you're gonna get on it. It's fine to leave it in high, but when you start climbing hills in high gear, it just starts spinning the belt slower than the clutch. It creates a bunch of heat, snaps the belt. Yep. On the menu button, if you press menu, it gives you the display here on the dash where it's gonna give you different options. Battery voltage, RPM settings, speed start, engine temp. You can go to settings right there, press OK, and then that's going to be your units, Fahrenheit, Celsius, brightness of the back, clock setting, and then settings of the car, dash settings. If you
time to load up. Look how much room is left on the trailer. Probably fit a two-seater back there.